Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tunmise. I speak everything hair content, beauty and business. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for coming. It's nice to have you back. Today we are going to be talking about a transformation that is so dear to my heart because it's a person I know, a loved one I know, and this transformation just blows my mind. Because if you want to hear about this transformation, stay tuned and keep on watching. So guys, as you know, I create hair care products for natural hair and straight hair types as well, and it's been working well for so many people, and I come here to narrate my customers' experiences with Koya Care. And this one is very, very special to me because it's a person I know who had a hard time during the time she was experiencing her hair troubles. She had loads of breakage, she had loads of grays and also loss of hair. So everything was just accumulating so much because of the situation and the stress that she was in. She reached out to me about over 2 years ago now, and that time I was still trying to formulate together how oils work, what herbs work with what, making sure that they don't clash together in synergy. So she came out and she reached out to me and she was like, I'm experiencing breakage in my crown area. I don't really know what's happened. I feel like it's just one day I just noticed that all my hair in the middle has literally broken off and gone. The hair was dry, it was brittle, it was flaky, there was no type of moisture retention, hydration to it. The luster of the hair was literally crumbling. There was no luster. It didn't look as nourished as it needed to be. And honestly, this really made me feel so sad. I sympathized with her. I decided to help my mother, who I am actually talking about, with her hair problems, and this is where Koya literally started. I decided to start learning how to moisturize for her hair type, how to seal the moisture to make sure she retains it, understand her porosity, read more about natural hair remedies and herbs that are used. And this is how I came across Ayurveda. I came across Chad hair remedies that they use as well to keep their hair and preserve the health of their hair, which is where you hear Shebe come from. So all this time I was researching. My mother was experiencing the worst hair breakage of her life, literally. So once she reached out to me, I decided to start taking care of her hair. Initially what we had to do was literally cut all the dead hair off and level the hair because the crown was literally gone. She just had perimeter of hair left. So I said to her, we need to cut your hair down, level it, and she was so upset to cut the remaining hair that she had. Of course, it's something that you hold on to because you don't know if it will come back the way it used to. But I let her know that because of the stress that she's going through, that can cause our hair follicles to not regenerate as we need to, just because the stress factor is high, and this blocks the progression of hair growth. So I leveled out her hair, and then we started with a routine. So this is where I knew how frequently it was important to oil her hair for her hair type. She had about 4B/4C hair type and low porosity. So I tested out oiling once a week, seeing how that worked, and we noticed by the end of the week her hair would just feel crumbly. It didn't retain any moisture. So her hair actually benefited from oiling 3 times a week with water. So we did that, we maintained that routine. If you guys know, I got the inspiration from Rihanna, where she does Bantu knots, or like these hairstyles that I used to see at that time. So I decided to start implementing Bantu knots as a protective style for her hair, to make sure that after I've moisturized and sealed her hair, I needed to make sure that the hair was kept in a plait and then wrapped around to preserve the ends of the hair, to make sure that they're not exposed to air or premature rubbing, for example, that can cause friction, which eventually increases the breakage that she experiences. So we did this for a good year, and Little by little, we started to notice the difference. Her hair bounced back, her luster bounced back, and I believe it was due to the nutrients in the herbs that helped her exterior hair strengthen and coat her hair to make sure it's as nourished as possible. As much as genetics do play a major factor in how much hair we grow and how much length we can retain, it's important to also look after your hair. You have to make sure you implement the right strategy. You have to make sure you implement the right products for your hair type. Just because it works for her, it may not work for you, and just because it works for me, it may not work for you. But you would only know these things if you actually give yourself time to experiment with the products that are out there. There's so many products, different type of formulations made, but one can literally just work for you. And if you don't spend time adequately to understand your hair, to learn your hair, to know what it likes and dislikes, this is what hinders majority of our length retention and keeping our growth. So guys, it's very important to understand your hair, and you don't need to add too many products. Honestly, a good moisturizer, a good leave-in, a good oil, a good shampoo and conditioner, 5 products, good protective hairstyle that you can maintain if you have curly hair or if you have straight hair, oil treatments, and how frequently you need to shampoo is up to you and how your hair works with that. Simple. We don't need to be doing 100 million things on our hair, because then you wouldn't even like to do your hair. You would feel repelled not to look after your hair just because there's so many steps in it. You need to make this as simplified as possible so that you can keep up this regimen. But yeah, we saw that her hair started to nourish well from me just taking care of it, keeping an eye on it, making sure that she keeps to her routine. I was just there to constantly remind her that it's time to oil your hair, or have you oiled your hair today, make sure it's reminded for her, or this is now when we need to cleanse her scalp. So she was cleansing her scalp, I think, every 2 weeks to make sure that there was no build up in her scalp, because she was the one to have flaky scalp and dry scalp and stuff like that. So she needed to cleanse her scalp more frequently and to make sure that there was no build up. And eventually, literally, we saw results in about 4 months, and it wasn't the major growth, it wasn't the biggest growth ever, but it was a significant improvement to what her crown was before and after. Her hair now is currently flourishing. She has decided to put in a relaxer, and we still keep the same routine regardless of if your hair is natural or relaxed. You can still have a good routine to maintain your hair. In the past, we used to have heavy relaxers, which also cause damage, but learning how to do it in moderation, you can also keep a healthy hair just like that. If your hair is treated with chemicals, you just need to make sure you keep an eye on it more. The protective styles, don't put it in as soon as you've relaxed your hair. Give it some time so that your hair doesn't break off, because it's in its fragile state after a chemical relaxer. We make sure that we don't put protective styles in for too long. That can cause breakage as well. We make sure that she hydrates her hair and moisturizes it, and now we add in a protein treatment, and it's a simple protein treatment that you can get. You can even use store-bought, or I just make a concoction of protein treatments and do that in her hair once a month to make sure that it's strengthened. And she also does dye her hair jet black, so that also is part of a chemical application on her hair. All of these things does make your hair more prone to a little more breakage, but if you have a set routine on protecting and preserving your hair, if you have a good regimen for chemically treated hair, then your hair should be fine. Her hair now is flourishing, it's thick, it's luscious, and it's healthy. She always calls me and lets me know that she's so proud of Koya and her development, and she wouldn't have known what to do if Koya didn't come about that time. And I'm just so grateful that she allowed me to experiment with her hair. She allowed me to use all my formulations on her hair. I have created shampoos and conditioners and stuff, but it's not out yet, just because I want to do a little more research and make sure it's the best for certain hair types, and to make sure that we optimize clarifying and conditioning. So hopefully when I'm done, because it's exam season right now, I'm at the final hurdle of my course, my master's course. I can't wait to be done, so I have so much time for YouTube and for Koya Care, and just to watch this grow in abundance and see how it helps others as well. That's my mission and that's my goal, and God willing, I just hope that I have the beautiful time to sit down and really think about where Koya is going, and to also release quality products out there. I just don't want to make anything just for the sake of making it. I want to have a good team to release things that will help people outside and make it adequate enough for them. Yeah guys, you would have seen a series of before and afters as I was talking and narrating in this video. If you have any struggles with breakage, or you're looking for a new oil to implement into your routine, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you guys out. I'll be happy to chat to you. You can either send me a message in Koya Care Official, that's the business account, or you can go on my personal Instagram, Shay_Koya, or you can message me through the website, and I'll be able to respond to you at www.koyacare.co.uk. It's just a chat notification at the lower right of the website. Just click it and send a message, and I should be able to reply to you. If you suffer from any of these things, please let me know. I would love to help. You can even leave a comment below under our YouTube, and I'll be happy to speak to you guys about any hair troubles that you have. She's so happy now. Her hair has flourished, her hair has grown, it's still thriving 2 years later, and we are on a journey to healthy hair. So it is possible. It's important to understand the cause and the source of why your hair is breaking, and to also know what next steps you have to take to make sure your hair is healthy again. So all of these things are very important for you to understand and to implement for a good hair routine. If you guys would like another video on causes of hair breakage / hair loss, I'd love to make a video, and that could be my next video. Just leave a comment down below and let me know if this is engaging for you. Leave a comment down below as well if you have any video suggestions on what I can put out there for you guys. I'd love to hear your responses. So yes, it's nice seeing you guys again. I'm so sorry for the delay and the inconsistency in releasing videos. It's just exam season, but I am trying my best to at least release a video a week. It's also amazing how fast this channel is growing. I'm so grateful and appreciative to everyone who subscribes, watches, likes, comments, all of that. I'm super duper grateful for every one of you, and I hope that we continue to grow in abundance. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and this transformation, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.